I had this shoe with the first Anthony Edwards signature shoe by Adidas. This is called the a.e.1. I think that is a very lazy, lousy name. What is A&W? A.E.? Come on. I swear they used to have some kind of an interesting logo going on, like calling it the Ant-Man type of logo, Ant Bites or whatever, but they seem to have ditched the whole idea and just came up with a ant holes or ant farm concept on the lateral and medial side of the shoe. First of all, I think the design is pretty interesting and pretty innovative to have something that's holdy, but at the same time providing some degree of lateral stability. So that's nice, and it's breathable, but it also adds a lot of weight, because some degree of weight, because it's still TPU. It's not, it's almost as heavy as rubber. It's not foam. The for size 9, it weighs about 500 grams, so it's pretty heavy, and it feels heavier than what the digits show. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but the reason why there's so much gravity working, you can feel like gravity is working against you somewhat with the shoe, is that the outsole, right? The outsole is, you have these nice patterns, and you can just have this pattern right underneath the shoe. You can see the plastic plate on the outside and the boost as well. It could be just this. So once the groove ends, right, there's still a thick layer of rubber there, and that really adds a lot of weight. I mean, if you like to wear your shoes for a long period of time, even once the traction pattern is worn off, there's still gonna be rubber there, so that's good if you want to walk around in this shoe. But for a basketball shoe, with this added weight, even when the traction's gone, that is kind of ridiculous. And this heel clunky bit, I don't know why they added it. You don't really need it. Kind of reminds me of the hardened 2s. If you shave off this rubbery part on the heel, it really reduces like 20 or 30 grams off the shoe. It makes it feel like a much more lightweight shoe. This is what it kind of feels like. You could shave off some parts to really make it lightweight. It fits true to size. If you have a very narrow foot, I would say go down half a size. Even if you like a tight fit, it's pretty roomy without having any stupid, dumb toe box dead space. So that's nice. And the lace loops come all the way down close to your toes, so the lockdown is really nice. And also, this looks like a one-piece booty, but it's not. It's got a tongue that's separated, so it makes it easier to put your foot in and exit the shoe. That is really nice. Overall, there's good light padding all around, making it comfortable without any chafing or irritation anywhere. That's great. Heel cup containment is pretty good. The traction is very reminiscent of the Rose 6. If you remember the Rose 6, the traction is pretty good. It does not really eat up a lot of dust either. It's got a good bite to it. But again, because it's such a big, over-exaggerated traction blade pattern, sometimes depending on which part you land and move, let's say you're moving this direction, you might slide a little bit. So unless you're moving against the grain all of the times, you might feel a little bit of slippage on certain parts. But overall, because you're not going to be moving around on the edges of the shoe, overall this is a pretty good traction. The cushioning, it's good that they have basically boost all over the place, full-length boost, it seems, from what it's visible from the outside. And good that they have the plastic plate on the outsole right here underneath the boost cushioning. Because always Adidas, my personal problem is that they always put a plate on top of the cushioning so that it's providing that irritation. This, even though you have a plate here, they've added another stupid dumb plate inside. Can you see this black thing? This black dumb rectangle comes all the way up almost to the forefoot area, so it provides a bit of irritation. And the boost is not crazy thick. It's thin, but pretty responsive, and you can feel boost there. But yeah, you might feel like this little fat plate is negating the true value of the boost cushioning. But overall, I think this is some of the better boost cushioning that we've had in recent years. And most importantly, the insole that it comes with, it's like thick and hard. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It looks like a very bad fake insole. It's really stupid. This is a.e.1 has the worst insole in the history of basketball shoe. The first thing you do, get rid of the insole that it comes with and just put any insole and it'll work wonders. It'll feel like a different shoe. I guarantee you that. That's something you need to do. Yeah, what else can I talk about? Yeah, the outrigger, it looks like it's got a prominent outrigger, but maybe it's because of the thickness of a rubber or how rounded it is. It feels like it's not biting, it's not providing that breakage that you want in terms of lateral stability, anti-inversion lockdown there. It's a bit lacking there. It's there, it's okay, but kind of like the Kyrie 2s or some of the Kyrie models with the rounded edges. You feel like you feel somewhat of a softness and the width there, but it's not exactly providing that outrigger breakage. So that's a little bit disappointing. It's got better outriggers on the heel instead, which is interesting. So overall, very heavy shoes, very innovative design, a lot more. It's like Harden 7, except it's a lot more breathable, but because it doesn't have the blanket or a winter jacket kind of a side panel, so breathable. It's an improved version of Harden 7s. The cushioning also, if not for the internal plate and the bad insole, it's almost as good as the Harden's heel. Definitely, I think it's better than the Harden's forefoot. Slightly similar, but slightly, maybe slightly worse than the Harden 7s. But compared to some of the Adidas shoes that we've had in the past, so like the Dawn Issue series, which feels like there's nothing on the forefoot, definitely you can feel the boost there. Compared to the first earlier boost shoes like the Rose 5, which had boost full length, but you don't feel anything on the forefoot, this is definitely an improvement. Yeah, and the price, I'm blown away. This is as cheap, if not cheaper, than the Dawn Issues, which is basically nothing burger. It's as cheap, if not cheaper, than the Dames or the Literal series, and this actually has full-length boost, and it has these innovative materials, and it's a signature shoe, and it's got a really cool design. Except for the weight and the unnecessary plank in the midfoot inside the boost that negates the cushioning, this is a pretty good shoe.